right, watch out now. Watch it, y'all. Off my toe. Come on, girl. Put your snoot to use, you mother.
Star Child here, citizens of the universe, getting it on, partying on the mothership. When Gable's horn blow, you better be ready to go. Swing low, time to move on. Light years in time, ahead of our time. Free your mind and come fly with me. It's hip on the mothership. Groovin', Star Child, yeah. Coming forth to take you home. Get it on.
I don't think they had you, man. I don't think they had you.
Connection. Home of the people, the bar, uncut.
Give me 1 second. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? I had to cut the music. It only took me so long because I had to handle some business. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta make sure every channel that I got is working. Sometimes I be on here, certain channels don't be working. I be having to go through and make sure I'm on point on every channel. Now this time I'm not gonna be doing TikTok because last time I did TikTok, it's literally so many comments coming in, like it's hard for me to answer everybody. And I'm really the type of person, I like to be more intimate with the viewers. I like to be more intimate. When I'm talking to you, I want to make sure that I'm talking to you and you getting it. And another thing I noticed about TikTok, a lot of the viewers are younger people. So a lot of those younger people, their attention spans ain't really that strong. So like as they watching the video, they asking me like 100 questions, 100 miles per hour. So it's hard for me to be answering those people. But I'm glad to see younger people are wanting to learn this, because I be telling people the younger you learn this, the more beneficial it will be. It's only because people are looking for, younger designers. You know what I'm saying? Because in the future, the way design is going, design is only going to go a certain type of way, which I feel like business design is going to become way more important than just goofy designs of people's faces and shit like that. I mean, that's cool. I ain't knocking nobody hustle, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think that's going to be the design that people going to be holding on to, moving forward. So, what we gonna do, we gonna go ahead and just get back to what we was doing earlier. Of course, I said I was coming back tonight. It's 6:52. I usually start at 7, but man, I couldn't wait, man. I said, let me go ahead and just get on here and knock this shit out, man. I don't want to be waiting all goddamn day. So hold on. Let me go ahead and get Illustrator all the way together. And we're going to go ahead and get this shit popping. Just give me 1 second. I'm starting to notice when I hide the window, it's hiding the shit on the shit. Okay, hold up. We're going to have to start a new window, man. God damn. Give me 1 second, y'all. Like I always say, I appreciate everybody who comes in and shows love. You know me, I don't look for no large audience and no shit like that. But today we had 5,000 different people jump in and out of the session on TikTok. That shit was bananas. I don't think I've ever dealt with that much people live. Like, that's a lot of people to be dealing with live. So I can imagine, like, you know, people like, you know, people in the industry and shit who deal with like a lot of people live. Imagine having to deal with all those people, you know, answering questions and all that type of shit, man. Fuck that. I ain't got the patience. I ain't got the patience to be answering that many questions. I feel like that's cool if you like a nigga that's rapping or something. You know, you want a lot of people, you know, to check out your music and shit like that. But nigga, we talking about graphic design. I ain't doing all of that. Hold on, yeah. I'm trying to get this Illustrator on the screen. I don't know why the fuck this shit ain't getting on the goddamn screen. Every time I open it, it's not popping up. Okay, I gotta start a new window. God damn. Okay. Come on, baby. I should have got this together before I even jumped on live, but it is what it is. Focused on the wrong shit. Double click. Damn, why is it not on here? Oh, here it go. What the fuck? God damn. Why the fuck this shit so hard to find? Hold on, let me erase this one. Boom. Get your ass out of here. Okay, cool. We on the screen. If y'all see me on the screen, let me know. If you can see me in 3D, let me know if you can see me, baby. Okay. So let's finish this shit, man. Let's finish this shit once and for all. We did our shit before. Let's finish this shit. All right. Okay, we back on game. I'm sorry to anybody who had to sit here and endure me looking for that shit, man. God damn. I hate looking for shit live. Okay, cool. So look, once we get into this project, like once we get like to this point where, you know, we build the characters, and once we built the character, you know, we going through all this other shit. What I want you to do is, if you can see this project right now, don't worry about if you just now hopping in the live. Understand all these lives are recorded. All you have to do is just search me on YouTube, Twitch, and all these other platforms, even Facebook. These videos are being saved, so you don't have to stay for the whole time. You could always come back and watch it if it was something you trying to learn or you just want to see what the fuck I'm doing. But basically, once you get to this process of the design, well, this is what I want you to do, because I've already did all my line work. I've already did all the shadow work. So right now I'm going to do all the colors. So I want you to do is select the entire project, go to the top of the screen, hit object, go down to live paint and click make. See, I already hit make, so the live paint is already activated. Once the live paint is already activated, go to the left side of your screen. Hold on 1 second. Go to the left side of your screen. Click on that big box right there, the biggest box right there. Double click it. Choose whatever color you're gonna click. I'm gonna work on a baby girl. I'm gonna do her dress. I'll say a pink. I'll say a pink. Boom. I'm like trying to imagine this. If this was a cartoon, what would I color this shit? Mind you, this show already came out. I'm just doing my version of what I would have did if I would have had control of the show. Okay, so she gonna have the pink dress. Let's go with the pink shoes with the white bottom. Boom, boom. Okay. And what we want to do is, I mind you, these are all black people. I want these to be dark-skinned black people. What I want people to understand is a lot of times when you color cartoons, if a person is dark-skinned, don't make them extremely dark. Even if they are extremely dark in real life, a lot of times when you color cartoons, you really want to make a dark person's color more of a chocolate color. You know what I'm saying? You want to make them more of a chocolate color. You know what I'm saying? And then like a light-skinned person, you want to make them more of a brownish color. I mean, like when I say a light, or, you know, not necessarily brown, but like a light brown. Like a light brown to the point where it damn near looks orange. That's more of a brown-skinned person. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as a light-skinned person, you want to use the beige color. The beige color always looks good when you doing a light-skinned person when it comes to cartoons. Now, I know that used to be a running joke when I was young, you know, they used to call light-skinned people beige people. Now, not in real life, you know, don't be disrespecting nobody like that, calling them beige and shit like that. But, you know, beige is the color that we use for light-skinned black people. We use beige. And then when it comes down to dark-skinned people, more chocolate. And like I said, real light-skinned people, like mixed people, you want to use beige. Brown-skinned people, you use that light brown that's almost like orangish, if that makes sense. Okay, so especially when you work on a dark-skinned person, if you look at like dark-skinned people, they have like a dark lip and then like a lighter lip on the bottom, because like I'm just giving y'all an example. If you pay attention to the way a dark-skinned person look, you want the top lip to be a little bit darker, and then the bottom lip to be either pinkish, either like a dark, or you don't want that shit to be too dark. You don't want it to look like some goofy ass racist shit, but you do want it to be kind of pinkish or like a brownish pink. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what you want to do is like select her skin. Because I don't want this baby girl to look like she got on lipstick. Make the lip a little bit darker on top. Like that. Boom. Boom. One lip is a little bit darker. And then the bottom, you want it to be like a pinkish color. So let's scroll down to the reds and kind of get it like that. Because I want her to look like a little girl. You don't want her to look, you know, I don't know. Sometimes when people do cartoons of black people, they have them looking like, you know, goofy. You know, lips be bright red, looking goofy and racist. You don't want your shit to look like that. You know what I'm saying? So and hopefully this advice, I'm just trying to give this advice to who are not, you know, people of color, you know, people who are not black. You know, if you're working on a cartoon, just make sure you be careful of that. You know, you don't want to be coloring stuff like that. You know, you don't want no backlash or something like that, especially if you're doing stuff and you're not intentionally trying to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? The same go for other races too. Like when you work on a white person, you know, make sure, because like if you look at a white person, their skin is not white. You know, a white person, you really want their skin to be almost like a pinkish. It's like a pinkish beige. Like, you know, I'm speaking strictly on cartoons. Now, real life, that's a different thing. You know, of course, there's white people that come in, you know, different shapes and sizes and different colors. But I'm just trying to give y'all an example of what you do when you build a cartoon. Because trust me, this will become a problem. You do not want to have these type of problems when it comes down to designing. I do want people to have their own, you know, artistic freedom. So I can't tell you what to make. I'm just giving you advice on, you know, moving forward when you're putting together these designs, so you're not getting in trouble in any community. Now, if you intentionally trying to be racist, that's a whole nother thing. You go ahead, do your thing, and get your whole life canceled. I ain't got time for that shit. But yeah, as you can see right now, we just coloring, man. We ain't getting too crazy. We just coloring, baby. Hold on. Yep, as you can see, within those lines, there's a lot of extra little openings. Don't worry about that. Unless you got time, before you get to coloring, make sure you go inside the project and, You know, get all those excess lines. I'm not really tripping out those excess lines. I can just color them in. As you can see, boom. See, now when I look at this project, now everybody is coming to life. I can see their personalities a little bit better now when I see the colors. Now that they have colors in them, you can see them now. It's weird. Like, I can look at this and I can already like hear their voices. Like, you know, just from just looking at them, I can already hear their voices. This would be more of like a modest kid. I could hear his voice being kind of a soft, nice guy. Because this guy's supposed to have glasses. You know, this is more of like a nerdy type of guy. This little fat boy, this the bad kid. I can hear his voice and shit. Like, I can hear his voice. And the little girl, because really the little girl was supposed to be a little bit more mischievous looking. Right now, she looks like a nice little girl. She looks like a nice little girl that like to give other little girls advice. That wasn't really my look I was going for, though. I really wanted her to look a little bit more mischievous, but this look still is good, though. Really, if you notice what I do, a lot of time when I'm working on color, I always try to, like when I'm on one color, I try to fill out everything that needs that color. Everything that needs that color. Now with grandma, I don't think I'm gonna give her the same treatment that I'm giving them, because I really want her to look like she has on like makeup, and I think her lips could be a little bit more red. Now, as you can see on the boys, I didn't get too crazy with the lips. But usually when I'm working on lips of black people, this is another thing. When you get to the point of making cartoons of black people, you know, you want to focus a little bit more on their lips. Like, so if you notice, like with a black person, and this is like, you know, I don't want black people, you know, my people, to look at this as anything racist. Understand that most black people, we have full lips. You know what I'm saying? If you look at our lips, we have full lips. And of course, you know, different races have different like types of lips. Like if you look at Asians, of course, Asian people, their eyes are slanted. A lot of times their eyes are, you know, a little bit smaller. You know what I'm saying? Like wherein Caucasian people, if you know it's Caucasian, their lips are a little bit thinner. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to look at this in a racist fashion. If you're getting to the point, if you're creating characters, I want you to pay attention to those certain traits. But don't get it twisted, because there are white people who have features like black people. I've met white women who have had big lips, not even from surgery or nothing, but some of them have had more fuller lips. You know what I'm saying? Like some people have bigger noses. Like, you know, in certain cultures, they have larger noses and things of that nature. It's just that you have to pay attention to these characteristics of people when you're designing, just so a person can look at it in general and automatically know, you know, what culture this person was coming up with when they were designing, you know, this type of design. Now, grandma, I'm kind of thinking about having her look like she got on lipstick. I might not get too crazy with that. If it looks ridiculous, I might not go with it. The red lips don't look bad, but we'll see what it looks like in the future. As of right now, let's get them together. Now, this guy, the nerd, I'm still debating on what his color should be. I don't know why, I feel like he should be wearing like a yellow and green t-shirt. So let's move on to that. So, because this is supposed to be a jersey with a t-shirt under it. So I wanted the jersey to be yellow and green. So let's make that green. Let's make that green. And then let's make that inside yellow. Mind you, I'm just shooting from the hip. I'm not following no rules. Because when it comes to art, you don't have to be out here following rules, trying to be perfect and shit like that. Don't create art to appease to other people. Do what you feel like looks good. If it looks good to you, just roll with it. I don't know why. When I work on shit, I just get a vibe. I just be noticing certain things. And I be like, this would look good for this person. And I want his shorts to be matching. I want this to look like a whole basketball outfit, almost as if he just got to practice or something. You know, it could be like an episode about that, like an episode about him. You know, he could be a nerd or some shit, but he's like super good at basketball and shit. And he may be a nerd, so he probably doesn't like that stereotype or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just shooting from the hip here, y'all. Let's color these in. I think the strings we're gonna make yellow too, just to give that some character. Remember, a lot of times when you're building characters, make sure you know you understand color coordination. Understand when, like, see, look, this is the thing that I want people to understand. I feel like I say that a lot, but this is what I want people to understand. A lot of times when you putting together, you know, designs like this, it's all about these colors. I'm gonna teach y'all something right quick that a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of people don't know about this. A lot of times, the things in life that are the most popular, that people follow, that people like gravitate towards, are always things with bright colors that stand out. And if you don't believe me, prove me wrong. I'm telling you what I know. The things, especially if you're in the market of trying to advertise to like children and things of that nature, you always want to use bright, colorful colors. Think about that. So for now on, moving forward, when y'all get a logo design done, when you get anything, any type of creative things that you're getting done, make sure when you get that done, make sure you use bright colors that invoke, that you know, provoke emotion from a person. I'm telling you. I'll put y'all on game. That's what almost every company that's selling food, when they go into marketing and designing and things of that nature, they focus on shit like that. They ain't gonna tell you they do that, but I'm telling you because I know they do that as a designer. Like, so for example, I just give y'all a few. Like McDonald's, for example. Think about McDonald's for a second. Think about McDonald's. When you think about McDonald's, what do you think about when you think of the design of McDonald's? Think about it. When you think about the food, when you think about like there's like certain things about McDonald's that like makes you hungry. It makes you want to look at it. Like, think about Ronald McDonald. Think about like each character that they have had at McDonald's. Think of the bright colors that they had. Think about Grimace with the purple. Think about Ronald McDonald with the yellow and red all over. Like, think about the bird. Like, just think of everything. A lot of that is all strategic. It's all strategic. It has a lot to do with marketing. Anytime you're trying to market to people, it's like you have to understand that a lot of this color coordination, a lot of these bright colors, a lot of that matters extremely. Like, a lot of that shit matters. Like they pay attention to that when they get to the point of trying to, you know, market to people, because they have to create a product that kids are going to want to like, adults are going to want to like. You have to understand color coordination once you get to that point. I'm telling you, this advice I'm telling you is going to have your money moving a lot faster, because it's something about those colors. They just gravitate towards people. When people see them, it just gets people interested. I'm telling you. It's funny because I'm telling y'all shit that a lot of people would not tell you. A lot of people would not tell you about this type of shit. But this is like real low-key marketing shit that people use. And a lot of people just not even on game with it. But trust and believe, it's colors. Now, of course, you know, you can have your bullshit corporate logo and no fucking colors and shit. But, you know, if you really trying to move a product, understand you gonna need them colors, man. I know he's supposed to have jeans, because I really want him to have like I kind of wanted him to have like a old school fat boy look. You know what I'm saying? These lines, but fuck it. I might have to color a lot of those in. God damn. See, this the main reason why when you're going through this project, take your time, man. Do not be like me, rushing through the project like I always do. See, I'm professional. I've been doing this for years. I rush through sometimes because if I messed up, I know how to go back and fix shit real easily. But if you new to this, man, take your time. Do not run through this shit like I be running through it. I'm not really feeling how light these shadows look to me too. I'm about to do something about that. I don't like how light them shadows look. I was tripping earlier. I don't usually let my shadows get that bright looking. You could barely see them. Okay, look, yeah, now you can see these shadows. Let's go. Okay, yeah, let's make his shoes match a little bit too, the fat boy. I mean, excuse me, let me not say fat, just in case that offends somebody. Just in case the word fat offends somebody, I'm gonna say this chubby boy. Let me get my chubby boy together. Hopefully that word is not too offensive. The pleasantly plump boy. As you can see right now, all we doing is coloring. We just getting these color coordinations together. I want each one to like stand out to me. I think I might do these characters again, but just like in different poses. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about like when I was a kid in the 90s, when we used to take pictures, we used to do like a bunch of goofy poses and shit. Cause like in the 90s, like, you know, we grew up with like a lot of like cartoons that used to do like a lot of goofy ass poses. That shit sound goofy now, but when I was a kid, that was like some serious shit. Like we used to watch shit like Ninja Turtles and Mortal Kombat and shit like that. And you know, you gotta think all these characters used to do a lot of wild ass poses. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like kids do that a lot. Should I make the bottom red or should we just go with white? Fuck it, I'll go with red. I ain't gonna hurt nothing. I just don't want the colors to be doing too much. I might put some shadows right there too. Let me clean that up. Like I said, we ain't doing a whole bunch of extra shit. All you see that I'm doing right now is just go ahead and going through adding shadows. Right now, I'm only on YouTube, Facebook, Trovo, Twitch. That's all I'm on right now. I didn't do too much social media to do the rest of this project because I didn't want to be answering too many questions, man. Too many people coming in the live, coming in and out the live, asking questions, leaving. I don't like them big audiences like that. Boom. Now, anybody that wants to learn this, understand I'm not doing nothing super crazy right now. All I'm doing is using the pen tool, the curvature tool. I'm just adding colors. That's all I'm doing. I'm just adding colors to the project. If you notice, this is a cartoon project that I originally started. This is an idea brought to me from my guy Rex. It's actually for a show that already exists. It's already done with. So what I'm doing right now, this isn't for anybody. This is just a personal project that I originally created for him. This is for a show called Nana's Babies. That show is already out. So I don't want nobody getting confused, thinking I'm trying to reboot some shit or redo some shit. Nothing like that. This was something I was like, I thought this would be good to show people. Me finishing these projects. I got so many projects that's like unfinished that I could like put on a display. I just like some of them I'm just kind of hesitant about. I got a couple of celebrity projects I kind of want to put out there too. But you got to be careful when it comes to these celebrity projects because they will fucking sue you. So I'm not going to, you know, putting myself at risk of being sued because I want to show y'all some shit. Speaking of that, man, I thought about doing a video about a little situation that I went through, a little celebrity situation. Right now, all them boys is in court right now, so I don't really want to do too much. But I had a little situation with the rapper Lil Keed. But rest in peace to him. I'm not really gonna tell that story unless I feel like the moment like comes through and I feel like I should do it. But as of right now, nah, I don't really want to put that story out there, Let's put grandma cartoon. I kind of want to see when a grandma wears an outfit like this, like what is the colors that they usually wear with this cardigan? So that cardigan is usually green. No, I'm not tripping. I kind of want this green to be more of a grandma looking green. Almost like a washed out green. Almost like her clothes is old. Let's try this green. Yeah, I like that. I like this washed out looking green. There we go. Let's get all these colors put together. I'm not gonna be on that long, y'all. I'm just doing this project. Then I'm gonna get up out of here. Tomorrow, I'm going live on all my platforms. I'm going to the love places. All the places that's showing me major love, I'm going there. Like TikTok and all that type of shit. As of right now, this is just, I don't deem this to be that serious to be trying to jump on these big platforms and getting all these comments and shit. All right, now her buttons. I think I'll just make these black. I'm gonna try a dark green. See how that looks. See how that dark green look. Now, I like this dark green. I think I'm gonna stick with that. Okay. I'm gonna stick with that. All right, let's keep looking. When most older women wear these cardigans, they usually wear dresses and whatever. I see gray, a lot of gray dresses, a lot of violet, gray, violet. I still see that washed out green, and I see blue. That blue would probably work. I could see a grandma on just a regular day with that blue jean. Let me use that blue jean blue. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. That blue jean blue. There's something about that. That kind of sticks out to me. That kind of sticks out to me. I like that blue jean blue. And I want her shoes to be brown. Because I want her to look like an old lady. Almost like a washed out brown. You kind of want this person to look old. Let's find a brown that looks a little washed out. There we go. I want her shoes to have that cookout. When your uncle. Nah, hell nah. Actually, this looks too close to her skin. I might make this a little bit more washed out. When your uncle barbecuing. I want that brown. That dingy looking brown. There we go. Give her that brown, and then let's put white on the bottom. Boom. Boom. I'm glad I zoomed into it. I didn't even notice that little white right there. Let's zoom in. I don't want her to look like she got that that vitiligo. All right, right there. Boom. Okay, cool. So what should we do that shirt? What should that shirt be? Let me make sure ain't no comments. Make sure ain't no comments. I don't really want no comments today. Okay, cool. I don't see no comments nowhere. I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you. Okay, cool. Let's continue. So, boom. We got her outfit. I want it to look like an old lady outfit, so we don't want to get too crazy with these colors. And what should I make this shirt? Let's make the shirt pink. I think I damn near want a brighter pink than Baby Girl, because Baby Girl got that pink that damn near look purple. Let's give Granny that washed out looking pink. Yeah, now she looking old now. She don't look young no more. I like that. Now she has an old lady look. This red lipstick is giving me prostitute vibes though. I gotta do something about that. Because every older woman, they ain't really wearing lipstick like that. Actually, now that I think about it, yes, the fuck they do. These old women do be wearing that red lipstick, though. Hell yeah. But they don't be wearing heavy makeup unless they like doing shit, like going to church and shit like that. I don't want to be too realistic, but then I don't want to be ridiculous. Let's try like a dark purple for above the eyes. Let's try not to look ridiculous though. I don't know. Let me see if I go back to original color. I might keep that purple, but let's see. Yeah, the original color actually ain't that bad. We damn near could just roll with that. I just don't want her. That was giving like prostitute vibes. I don't know why. Just when you get too crazy with the cut on a woman's makeup, especially with these cartoons, you don't want to get too ridiculous. So remember, like I said, if you watched this video before, I said that these two have glasses. The grandma got glasses and the little boy got glasses. So what we're going to do, we're going to start a new layer and we're going to manually create some glasses. Now, old lady glasses, understand those are usually lower. So when they're lower, you want to set that up a certain type of way. I'm going to do everything manually. Do everything manually. Boom. I want the glasses to be a little bit lower. And now if you're using Illustrator, if you want to create, like, let's say you want to create a shape that looks a little bit more like glasses, because understand glasses are not like perfect square. Glasses are have the rounded edges. So if you want to make a square with the rounded edges, what you have to do is create a square with the shape tool like I just did, drag a square out here. Once you have the square looking like how you desire it to look, I need you to click the left selection tool. I mean the direct selection tool. Don't click the black one, click the white selection tool. It's called the direct selection tool. Zoom in and hit those dots. You see those dots within the inside? Once you hover your mouse over those dots, you'll see a curved line. What I want you to do is click it and hold it and then drag it inside. And that's how you get a square to get those rounded edges. And you go ahead and round it to however you like. That's the way you get those rounded edges. I'm going to do it like that because I want her to have an old lady feel. So we're going to do like that. And so you don't have to make a whole nother one. Once you created one, all you have to do is Command C, then Command F. Then what all you have to do is grab that one and drag it over. And just to make sure it's aligned, like, cause you see how I move it around right now, it's not gonna be perfectly aligned when I move it over here. But to get it perfectly aligned, hold Shift and then drag it over. Once you drag it over like that, boom, that's how you get it aligned. It's aligned perfectly, boom. And you see how her nose is in the way? All you have to do to get that right is pretty much just grab your eraser tool on the left side toolbar and go ahead and just erase whatever you don't want. See, right now, when I erase it, you still see it's still showing that line. And I'll show you how to stop that too. Hold on. Let's go back. To go back, all you gotta do is hit Command Z. That's how you go back, undo. So once you undo it, go up to Object at the top of the screen, click on Object, scroll down to expand. Boom. Once you expand, click OK. Once you expand, you see that actually turns that into a shape. So now that square that we just had is in shape mode. Now what you want to do is delete it. See, once you delete it this time, it's actually going to delete. So delete it however you got to delete it. I'm going to delete it like this. Boom. Once you delete it and you click off of it, boom, you don't even see it anymore. So now it's perfectly aligned. So now it's giving me that vibe like, okay, the nose is in front of the glasses. So from there, I'm gonna go ahead and make a line. I think I'm gonna use my curvature tool. Remember, when you're doing this, you wanna be thinking. You wanna be thinking. You wanna make sure that whatever you're putting on there is making sense. Hold up, wait, undo. Drag that up a little bit, boom. You want those to look like glasses. And I mind you, I'm shooting from the hip here, y'all. I'm not moving perfect. I'm just shooting from the hip. Okay, now, as you see, we got that together. And, you know, of course, glasses, you know, they have the arms that go back to your ears. So in order to simulate that, we can do it simple. We can literally just grab our shape tool, grab the line tool, and just drag that line right there. Boom. Let's make it to where it's on the ear. There we go. Boom. Do the same thing for the other side. If you don't want to do the same thing for the other side, you could just, copy and paste. I wanted to do this manually because each side of her face, I think, is different. So now we have glasses. Now for the lenses, ooh, this is something I never even seen a tutorial for this. So you're getting an exclusive right now. I don't even think I ever seen a tutorial of how to put the lenses in glasses. But ooh, I want you to pay attention to this one because this one is interesting. Let me go ahead and click on that. Go to object, expand, turn that into a shape. Boom. So what I want you to do now is grab your, go to your color box and then choose either the color white. You either want to use white or a very bright color, like a light blue, just something to give the vibe of how glass is or glass looks. Whenever a cartoonist creates glass, they usually use either a very light, bright blue or they use a white. So I'm gonna show you. Grab my shape tool and put the shape right above this. Boom, I'm gonna use white. Put that right above there, right? So what I want you to do is go to the top, click on opacity, take the opacity down. See that? When you take that opacity down, that's giving the vibe like these are glasses. When a person looks at that, they're gonna say, okay, that looks like some glass in front. Now you see right now this glass is in front of the glasses. So all you have to do to send this to the back is right click. Click on the glass that you created, right click on it, scroll down to arrange and click send to back. Boom. When you send that to the back, that's gonna put that behind this black spot. Now once it puts it behind the black, now it looks like she's wearing glasses. And like I said, you don't necessarily have to use white. You could click on that and you can change it to blue. Because I told you most cartoonists, they use like a light blue. So let's change it to blue. You see, when you change it to blue, it almost gives it that window feel. A lot of times when you see people do cartoons of glass and cars and stuff like that, they use these type of colors or whatever to simulate that. So we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. The other side is gonna be a little bit more complicated because we erased some of that shape, but I'm gonna show you how to do it regardless. We're gonna do the same thing. You see how that black is? Now let's go ahead and click that do that same step. Put that glass over there. Use that white selection tool. Click on those circles, round that out. And then let's take the opacity down. Go to the top of the screen, click the opacity, take that down to whatever you desire. Me personally, I already took the opacity down on the other one, so I could just use my eyedropper tool, click on the last one I did, boom. So they both match. Then all you have to do is the same step I just showed you last time. Right click that, go down to arrange, and then hit send to back. Boom, that's gonna send that behind that black. As you can see, it's still right here on the nose, but do not worry about that. You just gotta get surgical. You gotta get surgical with this now. Because if you run into this type of situation, you wanna make sure that this matches as close as possible. So y'all gonna see me get surgical. When I work on design, some things you have to get surgical with. We can work smarter, work harder, and do all of our, shortcuts and whatever. But some things in graphic design, you can't fucking do shortcuts with. Some things you gotta go in and get surgical. Now, right now, you see I'm erasing this right around those edges. You want to get surgical with this. You want to make sure you do this right. I don't give a damn if you got to hit undo 1,000 times. Make sure you do this right, especially if you creating a design for a customer. Keep going until you get this right. You do not want to be presenting your customer some dumb shit. You see, right now I'm using the eraser tool. I use the eraser tool until I'm fully comfortable with what I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my curvature tool and I'm going to drag out each part to make sure it fits the glasses perfectly to the point where you won't even notice that I just did this. Use your curvature tool, use your eraser tool, get as surgical as possible. Make sure you get this to look exactly how it needs to look. You want these glasses to look perfect. I know sometimes looking at stuff like this, you probably thinking like, damn, that's tedious as hell. It's not that serious. But yes, the fuck it is that serious. When a person is paying you, it's that serious. You make sure you work on that shit until you get it right. Now, as you can see, now we have the glasses. We got both parts. Now she got her old lady look. She doesn't look like a super old lady. Matter of fact, let's get super old lady with her. We gonna make her hair gray. Let's get a real old lady with her. Let's see let's not get too light of a gray, but let's get gray. Cause I want this woman to look old. There we go. There we go. Now you look like my grandma. Hold up. See, like I said, look, I messed up on this part. You see how I forgot to put the blacks right there. Let me fill in all the grays first. I'm gonna fill in all the grays first, and I'm gonna show y'all how to get surgical. Remember, you don't always have to get surgical on your project. You just get surgical if you messed up somewhere. If you messed up somewhere, don't worry about it. Understand that nobody is perfect. You may mess up on something. See, I be messing up sometimes, and I know what I'm doing. So if I messed up, it can happen to anybody. But understand it's not about messing up. It's about fixing what you do. See, that's what makes you a good graphic designer. Sometimes it's not all about, being extremely perfect on every project. It's about seeing a problem and figuring out how to fix it. Okay, so if you've been paying attention to the way that I do things, I always use my line work when I'm doing, these type of projects. As you can see right here, the way that I colored it, I structured it, I accidentally didn't put this black in right. But what we gonna do, we just gonna simulate it. I'm gonna start a new layer on top of this. Matter of fact, I feel like the best way to do this would be to use my curvature tool, because that's how I made that line. So let's simulate that. Let's make it like we're doing our line work again. Let's take this, boom, boom, and look at that. Cleared that up quickly. Very quick. I said very quickly. Very quickly. Look at that. Matter of fact, we may need to make that a little bit thinner. Boom. Let me see. Thinner or thicker? I'm trying to go with what looks the best. Does that look good? It looks good. It's passable. But then again, don't follow my directions when it comes to shit like that. Don't be making shit passable. Make that shit look good. See, this is a personal project, so I ain't got to get too crazy. But I'm just giving y'all that advice because if you come into a situation like that, you don't play with the customer. Don't half-ass do they shit. Make sure you get that shit right. Expand that. Let's erase those edges so they're not like intersecting with the ear. Boom. Yep. So now you won't be able to see that. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna do this with the other one too. Let's get that squared down right there. Boom. Object, expand. That's how you turn a line into a shape. After you turn that into a shape, boom. Just like that. Now those glasses is in her ear. Above her ear right there. When you wear glasses, you want that to look, you want that to look the part. So now she look like an old lady. She like an old lady. I made sure I put her shoulders up a little bit. You want her to look old. You want her to look like she walking old, like she walking, like an old person. Okay, so once you finish the colors, once you feel like you got this to where you need it to be, you're like, okay, I done colored in the old lady. I'm looking good. Now what we gonna do is the highlights. Once you got this like this, what I want you to do, and this is what I do to check just in case I didn't fill in all the colors properly. Start a new layer and make sure this new layer is under all of your layers that you're using. Start a new layer and choose a very bright color. You don't have to do this. I'm just giving you advice of what I do to make sure that everything is colored in correctly. Then start a box behind your whole project. Boom. Once you start your box behind your whole project, then I want you to inspect. Zoom in on the characters. Make sure you don't see no open holes. No open holes on any of the characters. If you see some lime green in there, that means you got to go in and recolor. I don't think I messed up on nobody's color. I think we all good. Yep. I was pretty much on point with this one. Okay. Let's turn that off. We can, matter of fact, we can erase that layer because we don't even need it. We was just using that specifically for that. Yeah, shout out to my guy J Dice, hitting like. You already know what's going on. So what I want you to do is once you have all your colors done, unlock your layer with your that your colors is on, select your whole project. Boom, use the selection tool, the black one, select the whole project, go up to object, expand. After you hit expand, click OK. Boom, once you click that, it's gonna look like nothing happened. Don't worry, something did happen. Everything that you colored in has now turned into shapes. Now that everything is in shape mode, what you want to do when you add highlights at however you like. You know, I'm just showing you how I do the highlights. Now, a lot of times when I do the highlights, I always think about outer edges. Think about outer edges anytime you're doing highlights. So when you look at this project, of course, I want you to look at the outer edges of the character. So like, let's say within the eyes, we're looking at the outer edges of the eyes. And if you're wondering how I'm selecting multiple things at a time, I'm holding shift as I'm selecting. Now what you want to do is pull out that knife. Boom. There's a knife tool on the left side toolbar. If you don't have that knife, just in case you don't have the knife already on yours, I know sometimes people, they get on, they like, I don't see the knife tool. What I want you to do is scroll all the way down on the left side toolbar and click on those 3 dots. Once you click on those 3 dots, it's going to pull up an all tools menu. Let me see if y'all can see that. I want to see if y'all can see that real quick. This is just in case y'all don't see it. So y'all probably can't see it. Don't worry about it. Once you open Illustrator and you follow these rules, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But if you click on those 3 dots, a menu is going to pop up. It's going to show you every tool for Illustrator. Find your knife in there. Right now, what we're going to do, we're going to pull that knife out on them. Pull that knife out on them. This prison style. Pull the knife out. Once you got the knife selected, go ahead and click and drag the knife over those edges. As you can see, I'm dragging the knife over those edges. I'm creating open edges to be recolored. You mess up, just hold Command Z, and that's going to erase it just in case you messed up. I keep messing up on that. Do not worry about it. When you first use this knife, it's not easy to use. Take your time. You mess up, just keep Command Z. I don't give a damn if it take you all day. Keep doing it until you comfortable with it. Once you got it like that, I want you to click on those edges that you cut out. Whatever color you're using, like right now we're using a brown. Remember, I told y'all, always make black people a chocolate brown. So then once you make their highlights, you want to go to a light brown. Just take your colors up just a little bit. Either just a little bit or a lot. Or, you know, I see some designers, they like to make their edges different colors. Like they'll make their edges on black people's skin a little bit more yellow like that. I'm not sure why, but some people just do that depending on the setting of what they're creating a character on. Me personally, we gonna just make this shit a little bit lighter. And there's no reason to be getting too crazy with the colors. I just want to show y'all an example. So look, boom, click on these other parts, pull that knife out. So as you pull that knife out, just drag it right over. Boom. Drag it right over. Boom. That's 2 ears. Make sure you get whatever part you want to get. Click off that. Both of those ears are selected. Click the eyedropper tool and just click on the last color you chose. Boom. So you ain't got to keep going back to the color menu. Now, as you can see, boom. We still going. Let's keep going. Select that. Pull out the knife, cut it. See, this is gonna be hard to get. Come on now. You gotta take your time with that knife. Matter of fact, sometimes I gotta start a little bit further just so I can get that knife shape on point. Because the way the knife moves is very complicated. Once you get yourself used to it, it gets easier. But you gotta get yourself used to this knife. It's just like a real knife. You don't just pull out your knife if you don't know what you're doing. Take your time and figure out how to use it. Boom, there we go. We don't need too much. Just need a little bit out of there. All right, then go to close. Make sure you hit your edges when it comes to close. Select those edges, hold shift, start selecting them. Once we got those selected, let's go ahead and use that knife. Hit those edges. Boom. That's one edge. Boom. That's two edges. Once you got those edges, click off of it and then just start clicking them in. Boom. Click them in. Hold shift. Let's change that color. That's green, so we're going to go with a brighter green. Make sure your edges are noticeable. When you're creating these highlights, make sure it's noticeable. Don't get too ridiculous with the colors, but if you feel like you got to, do what you got to do. See, art is subjective. Do what you feel like looks right. If you see something I'm doing and you feel like, man, he should go harder with this, make sure when you work on your project, make sure you do everything that you see me messing up on. Make sure you get all of that extra brightness that you feel like you need. You may look at this and think, man, he need way more shadows. He need way more highlights on that. Once you got you a project, make sure you add everything. Make sure that when people see your project, they say that you're the best at what the fuck you doing. All I'm doing is just showing you an example. Because if you look at my other projects, you'll know I get deep with this shit. I get way more detailed. I'm just teaching, so I ain't showing y'all and getting too crazy. Right now, all we doing right now is doing highlights on the colors that we have. Just choose those old colors. Grab that eyedropper tool, choose those old colors. Let's get those edges of his skin. Boom. I don't like that. That looks raggedy. Boom. Okay, yeah, we can connect it like that. Boom. Let's come around. Nope, that's too wide. See, like I said, if you mess up, Command Z. Command Z. I don't care if you got to do this all day. Boom. Command Z. Make sure you zoom in and zoom out. Whatever you got to do. See, Command Z. Boom. You mess up, get yourself used to these commands. Get yourself used to these hotkeys. I think that's what they call it. Get yourself used to them hotkeys. The more you learn these shortcuts that I'm showing you, the better you're going to become. And always understand, the faster you move on a project, the more money you're going to get paid. Because these companies, they need people that can move quickly. They need quick, professional things done for their projects. The faster you can move, the faster they can get their work out there, they can get the job done, and trust me, they will pay you more. I ain't telling you something I don't know, I'm telling you what I do know. All right, we got these. Let's get all those greens selected. Boom, boom, boom. Get all those greens selected. Hold shift when you click them. All right, I got all of them selected. Click that eyedropper tool, click on the old one, boom. All of that is colored in. Let's get those yellows. Select them yellows. Hold shift, click, boom. Hold shift, click, boom. Both of them on. Click on the old yellow. Eyedropper tool, click on the old yellow, boom. Look at that. Now, if you look at just the way he looks now, more personality is coming out of him. More personality is coming out of him just from adding these. See, these small details. These small details mean a lot. Understand that when it comes down to design. You may look at a design and maybe thinking to yourself like, man, I already did all the colors. I don't really need that. And like I always say, you could do whatever you want to do. I'm just letting you know. This shit that I'm showing you, it matters when it comes to a design. Because people are paying more for this type of shit. They're paying more to see designs that are a little bit more detailed. But understand, you follow these methods, you're going to get that money, man. Trust me, I ain't not steering you in the wrong way. I've been doing this shit for 10 years, man. Not 10 years, 9 years, but next year will be 10 years. Yep, click on those edges. Get that right. Boom. All right. We damn near got most of him done. We still got a little bit more to go. I feel like I need to put some highlights right there. Matter of fact, let me put a little bit more attention to the face. and his hair. Remember, when you're doing black hair, you putting highlights on black people's hair. This is to my people who are not black, who are working on these black characters. Make sure when you put highlights on black characters' hair, you make it like a dark gray. I'm gonna show you. That's how you bring in the highlights. Do not put the highlights as like a light brown, because then the character is gonna look like he got a bald spot. So let's click off that. We got those edges secured. Go to your black, take your black up just a little bit, not too much. You want it to look gray. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take that up just a tiny bit more. Exactly, boom. See, you want it to look gray. Actually, no, that gray is cool, but I'm gonna keep it darker. See, yeah, I'm gonna keep it darker. Just so if a person was to see this zoomed in, they could see the edges bounced off. I'll show you, if you want to get even more crazier with the edges, what you can do, I'm not gonna do this, but I'll show you. What you can do is take the curvature tool, select your line work, and then you can make a line, a white line on the edge. Make a white line on the edge. Boom. Just take a white line, make that line super thin. Boom. When you make that line super thin, it's simulating that there is light bouncing off of the head. Like if you was to look at that from far away, it would simulate that light is bouncing off the head. We're not gonna go by that, but I just wanted to give y'all that example. But let's go ahead and get his colors all the way straight. We almost done. Hey, y'all kids, quiet down. Hey. Y'all kids, quiet down. Matter of fact, y'all go in your room. Get your iPads, go in your room. I said, grab your iPad and go in your room. Thank you. Okay, cool. So now that I got them to quiet down, let's go ahead and get this finished. I usually don't even have my kids in the next room, but I was letting them play that game. I was letting them get on the Xbox. You know, the Xbox is just one room away from me. But all my kids, man, they got every game. These boys all of them got Nintendo Switches, iPads, all that shit. They don't need to be in the room next to me playing the Xbox. Man, my kids just don't know, man. Shit, when I was a kid, I ain't had none of that. Shit, if I went to my room when I was a kid, I'd be bored as hell. Only thing a nigga got to play with is some toys. These kids nowadays, man, is like literally so privileged. I feel like these kids have so much to do nowadays. Man, when I was a kid, man, you had to figure out some shit to do. People always be like, man, when I was a kid, man, we used to play all type of games. We used to have a lot of fun outside. Yeah, nigga, because shit, we ain't have all this nice ass shit that they got now. Nigga, we ain't have iPads and all that when I was a kid. You know what type of shit? Man, I'd have been on. If you're just now tuning in, all we doing is colors, baby. That's all we doing. Just getting these colors straight. Boom. Boom. We doing highlights of colors, not just colors. Let's select the yellow up there. Boom. Boom. Okay. As you can see, we've got most of the little boy done. You know, the oldest one. Now, if you want to do highlights on a white t-shirt, I'll show you how to do that. What you have to do is make a t-shirt gray. So what you do is select the whole t-shirt. Let me go ahead and select that. Get everything selected. Now what I want you to do is make that gray. Not a dark gray, a light gray. So take your white, drive it down, your white down just a little bit. I say about half an inch. Boom. Once you take it down, so you can't even see the difference when you look at it. Because I only took the white down just a little bit. So what you want to do, pull out that knife, cut those edges. Boom. Cut those edges. Boom. Once you got those edges cut, what I want you to do is click off of that, click those edges, hold your shift button as you clicking those. See, now you click those edges. Now what I want you to do is take that color all the way back up to the white. Boom. Now if you look at it, you can see the difference. You can see the difference now. Now you can see this is a white shirt with the light bouncing off of it. And remember, when you make the shirt gray, do not make it gray. Do not get real with that dark gray. Just take it down just a little bit, just to simulate that there's also highlights on your white shirt. Now what I was doing, we're gonna do that for each character. We're gonna do that for each character. So I'm gonna turn on some music and we're gonna finish this goddamn project. Let's go. Let's get the music popping. Come on, music. Load your ass up. All right, here we go. Hell no, where you going with that? Why the fuck this keep doing that? God damn, it's irritating. There we go. Come on, there we go. Click, click, click. There we go. Get all those reds. Boom. Let's get all those blues. Get all those blues. Blues. Eyedropper. Click the old blue. Boom. I'm gonna take those shadows. having a hard time with this damn arm. Come on. God damn it. Oh, there we go. Why was that arm so goddamn hard? So let me see. I'm moving my screen all the fucking around. Can y'all even see me? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me sit back. Should be having my back hurting doing this shit. Not sitting the right way. Make sure you're sitting to where you got yourself comfortable. Get yourself comfortable when you're doing this. Almost done, y'all. Almost done. Oh, I forgot the big boy's arms. Oh, no, I did his arms. What, I'm tripping. Got to color him in. Let's go. Okay. Almost done. We almost done, y'all. We racing against time. I don't think I'm gonna color in. I don't want to get too crazy with the hair. Let's get grandma done and we out of here. Let's get grandma done. Damn it. Clicking off shit on accident. Some of these instrumentals decent. Some of them is just goofy though. I think that's pretty much it. Unless I'm doing details. Hold on, let me pause this shit. God damn. Man, this cringy ass music, bro. I can't, man. But this is pretty much it. We've did pretty much everything. We've did the colors, the highlights, the shadows, pretty much everything. Now, when you're doing a project like this, once you get to this point where you feel like you've pretty much did everything, you've did all you can do on the project, go ahead, start going through the project and just start looking for extra details you could add to the project. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand that a lot of times when people pay you to do these projects, they're really mainly paying you really based off of the look. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that, but once you get to the point of, creating the project or whatever, you want people to look at the project and, give them that wow factor when they look at the project. Like, wow, this person really detailed the shit out of this. They took their time. They made sure that the project was right until before they sent it to me. So that's one thing you want to do once you get to this process. Once you did all your coloring, your highlights and shadows and all that good stuff, go through and just add whatever extra details you feel like you may want to add. See, like right here, I'm just adding some highlights to her hair just to give her hair just a little bit more character. I think I messed up on a line right here. Why is this line not connected? That's weird. Matter of fact, I can fix that by extending this. Extending that to there and then fixing it like that. Remember, it's always about problem solving. Boom. Okay. Now, I know he needed some glasses too. Let me add some glasses on him. How did I do the original sketch? I know he had some glasses. Okay, he has some more boxy looking type of glasses. So let's give him some boxy looking glasses. After we add these glasses, we done with, man. Ain't nothing else to do. We're going to go ahead and get into my next project tomorrow. Once we get into my next project tomorrow, then, we can add, whatever little detail we want to do. But as of right now, let's get this boy out the way. Because remember, he has more of a nerdy sort of look. Let's go right there. Let's see. We want his eyes to sit up. So, remember on the old lady, her glasses is sitting a little bit low. Because, a lot of times older people, they kind of keep their glasses a little bit low like that. But with this young guy, we want his glasses to be sitting up a little bit better. Object, expand, change that into a shape. After you change that into a shape, we're going to put the lenses in there. Boom. Create that shape. Round out those edges. Create whichever color you like to use. I like to either use a white or like a super light blue that's damn near white. Take the opacity down to like 30. After you got the opacity down to where you like it, right click it, go to arrange, send to back, boom. Once you send that to the back, now you've simulated the character having glasses. Now what you want to do to put this on the other side, select this whole thing, Command C, Command F. Once you have that selected, just grab it, hold Shift and drag it over. That's going to keep it aligned as you drag it over. His lenses seem kind of close to me, but I think that was the look I was going for. As you can see right under it, his nose should be in front of these glasses. So what we're going to do, we're going to get to this eraser tool. We're going to get surgical. We want to make sure that everything looks close to par, as close as possible. We want this to look exactly like how the original is supposed to be. Let's get surgical and fix that. Fix that up right quick. Let's get surgical. When it comes down to this, you want to get real surgical. Make sure you got this looking as good as possible. Okay, cool. We want to simulate that his nose is in front of his glasses. So let's make the end pieces to his glasses. Let's make the middle piece first. All you got to do is make a line. We're not making no super detailed glasses. We just want people to be able to look at this and tell This is a nerd wearing glasses. Let's put it probably like right there. Boom. Let's make some lines. Right click your shape tool. Click on the line. Let's drag that line to his ear. Boom. That's one part. I just realized when I drew this motherfucker, I drew his ear. One ear is lower than the other. But you know what? I'm going to keep it like that. I like how silly that looks. Let me make sure these blacks is all the way black. Yeah, and we can actually roll with it like that. So there we go. We have everything done. Matter of fact, let me change the lens color. See, that's the thing about me. I like to make sure everything is kind of matching. Okay, cool. So this is it, y'all. This is the final project. We went through everything. I went through everything step by step. If you did miss anything within these videos, make sure you watch part 1 and part 2. If you watch part 1 and part 2, you can see how I did all the line work. I went ahead and grouped all the line work. I live painted, added in all of the colors. Once I added in all of the color, excuse me. Before I added colors, I did all the shadows. I did the shadows. I grouped everything, live painted, added all the colors. Once I added all the colors looked good to me. I went ahead and did all the highlights, and this is the final result. So I appreciate everybody for checking out these videos. You know, I enjoy these, even though these become tiring to me after I'm working on this for so long. But I always make sure I do this whole thing for y'all just in case, because I know that one day or at some point in time, people are going to be going back and watching these videos, and people are going to want to see the full setup of how I completely put it together. So if you were able to sit through this whole thing, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and go get you some water. You know, go find you something to do. The video is over now. First thing I want to do is I want to shout out to everybody who has been blessed enough to watch these videos and blessed with the patience to watch these videos, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, and I will be back on tomorrow at 7 p.m. to do the same thing. Not this type of project, but we will be doing something different. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.